In this video, we are going to look at how to create variables of the type string. We are going to use the same pattern that we used in the previous videos. We are going to create a variable and we are going to assign it a value and print it. So when we want to create a variable of the type string, we use the word string followed by the variable's name. And the name of the variable is name. In order to assign a value to this variable, I type the name of the variable, followed by the assignment sign, which is the equals to sign, and I assign it a value, which is a piece of text. In this case, the name is John, and notice that the value John is written between quotation marks. We didn't have quotation marks when we were working with numbers, but we need them when we are working with text. That is how C# knows that right now the data we are dealing with is text. If I want to print this variable, I can use the method console.writeLine, and I am printing the variable. If I run the code, then I will see that the value that is stored in the variable is printed to the terminal. If I want to create another variable of this type, I use the word string again, and this time I will name the variable last name, and I will assign it a value on the same line on which I am creating the variable. So I will assign this variable the value Connor, and let's say that we want to print both names. We want to print the first name and the last name. What we can do is we can assign both names to one of the variables. Let's assign both John and Connor to the variable name. We do this by first typing the variable that will store the value, followed by the assignment sign. And now we will assign both John and Connor to this variable using the names of the variables. So first I will assign name to name, followed by a plus sign, followed by the other variable, which is last name. Now I have used the plus sign to put two strings together. So now the phrase John Connor has been stored in the variable name. If I print this variable, if I print the variable name now, then we will see that both the first name and the last name are printed to the terminal. Notice that there is no space between John and Connor. So if we want to have a space between John and Connor, we have to add it ourselves. And we can do this by adding a piece of string between the two variables that contains a space. And that looks like this. We add a string that only contains a space. And now we need two plus signs because we have three pieces of text that are put together. We have the first name, we have the space, and we have the last name. And all these three values are put together in the variable name. So now, if we print the variable name, then we will see that there is a space between John and Connor.